I hope everyone's doing well. Let's get started. Peace, y'all. I hope y'all doing well. Let's get some messages. Let's see what the Most High God, ancestors, angels, and spirit guides have for the chosen collective. Angels, ancestors, spirit guides. All right. So we have blame. I accept responsibility for my well-being. So someone is accepting responsibility for their well-being, for their behavior possibly. Um, let's see. Angels, ancestors, spirit guides, give us some messages. So we got purpose. I know what I am here to do. And what is the last one? Fear. I realize that I am testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. Ashe. And then we have self esteem. I possess gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. Ashe. So let's get some messages for the chosen. Peace, everybody. Hope you all are doing well. All right. So we have, someone's learning how to be a better person. This is someone who is learning some things at this time. This is a person who's trying to figure out how to be their best self. I feel like this is a person who's currently angry that they have to do this. Peace. How are you? So let's see. Clarify. Okay. So we have a Queen of Swords currently learning boundaries at this time. I feel like with the Queen of Swords in reverse, this is someone who's very angry. I mean, not necessarily angry, like she's kind of irritated with people. She's in a position in her life where she's gaining structure for her purpose in life. This is a person who's um wanting to embody the energy of someone who's very serious when it comes to their purpose in life. And I see like this person is just trying to gain a true perspective on how she wants her life to be. She's gaining knowledge. Hello, hi from Indonesia. Nice to meet you, Mufti. I'm sorry if I said it wrong. So yeah, I feel like she's doing this in love. She's figuring out like she does have options. She's made some choices. What's going on with a lot of the chosen is like I don't feel like they got time to be playing around with people. And I feel like, there were some people who were playing a lot in the chosen space. So I'm just seeing here like there are a lot of the chosen ones who are currently irritated about things that have continuously happened to them. And I feel like the chosen have a lot of love for people, but they're like very picky about who they're giving their love to at this point. And I just feel like since the chosen have been battered and bruised by people took a lot of the chosen for granted. There's a time where chosen have to really stand on business when it comes to how they feel and what they're doing in their life. I feel like they've learned enough lessons when it came to giving and how they've been taken for granted. It's always a problem when it came to the chosen always giving and it not being reciprocated. For me, I feel like, for what I'm seeing here is that, you know, it says blame. So it says, I accept responsibility for my well-being. And I feel like the chosen have done that. They have accepted a lot of the blame, because when even if you say that you've been taken advantage of and that people have been lying or being really sneaky around you, what it's saying is like you actually have to take accountability for allowing people to take advantage of you in that way. And so with the Seven of Swords here, clarify the Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords here is clarified by the Four of Swords. So this is about a person betraying themselves, possibly sleeping on themselves, and a person having to realize that in order for me to be where I am in my life, I know that I had to cause this on myself. So at this point, there is a lot of conflict, or there was conflict, where a person had to stand up for themselves and do a lot of cutting, when it came to people. I feel like a lot of the chosen did not feel as if they had the power to do this. But, with the Magician card, this is the Most High telling them, like, this is your universe, this is your world. And you have to make some choices when it comes to allowing people to just come in your life and take advantage of you. So what I'm seeing here is that, there are a lot of the chosen who are currently walking away from what doesn't serve them. And I feel like walking away from toxicity, I feel like it was a lot of toxicity around a lot of the chosen. And, you had to stand on business to protect your energy, protect yourself from things that did not serve you. So with the purpose card, so what is this? What's it saying is like a lot of the chosen at this time have purpose. They have a sense of have a sense of purpose and direction in their life. It says, I know what I am. I know what I am here to do. I don't know. If you scared, you might gotta go to church, hun. So we got purpose. I know what I am here to do. So with purpose, like, do it sound like I'm saying anything evil? Because I'm talking about purpose, healing, gratitude, love, peace, protecting your energy. Does anything that I'm saying sound evil? Sometimes you got to look deeply. So anyway, with that said, we got purpose here. So the purpose is here because chosen know that they have purpose in their life. And I feel like, there could be this situation where you have opportunities, there are things that you're wanting to do. With that said, you're rushing into these opportunities that you want, and Spirit is telling you to release fear because there is a lot of things that you may have to do. And I feel like with the choices that you have, it's a lot. It's a lot of choices that you have. And so you are at this point where you don't want to make the same mistakes that you've made before, chosen. You've gotten your heart broken before. You've been disappointed by people. People did not take you seriously. They took you for granted. They talked badly about you behind your back. They said a lot of things, chosen. And so where you're at is, you just like making clear, assertive decisions when it comes to your life and your life's purpose. So we have fear here. Clarify fear. Angels, ancestors, spirit guides. So there could be someone who is in fear at this time. This is someone who is feeling stuck in their life, but still knowing that they had to move forward with the things that they're wanting to do in their life. This is a person who is setting boundaries. They're taking charge of their life. They're serious about their life. They have purpose when it comes to their life. This is a person who's continuing on. They're very resilient, and I feel like this person is energetic and excited about life. So even though it may seem as if you have fear, I do see that there is victory here because you have self-esteem, chosen. So with that said, like, I see that you're continuing to move on, even if there is fear of the unknown. And, with that, you can make it through anything, chosen. You can make it through anything. It's time to, stop worrying about what you think you might mess up on. God is with you. You have your full protection here. All right. You got your full armor of God with you. The Most High God is definitely steering you in the right path. So if you're nervous about the future, just understand that things are going to work out for you either way. Okay. So I do feel like there could be some disappointment happening, or you could be regretting some things that you've done, but you continue to work on yourself and you could become better. There could be someone who's feeling they could be feeling some difficulties at this time. But I feel like this person has the potential to move forward, move on, where things can become better in their life. I feel like there's a lot of lessons that you are learning and that you will be learning in the future, which is going to cause you to be at your best, okay? So when it comes to love and relationships, this is what it's talking about. It's talking about nurturing. It's talking about caring. And I feel like, chosen, you know how you want to be treated for now on when it comes to people. You know that what true connections are and what they consist of when it comes to loyalty, when it comes to people who are really on your side, okay? That feeling that you want to feel, and this is what you wanted when it comes to new relationships that you will be stepping into. I feel like you will have that. With the 3 of Cups here, you could be meeting new people. There could be a situation where you could be connecting with genuine people. I feel like you're ending cycles with people who are very toxic, people who are very materialistic, people who lie on your name. And these are like people who don't take responsibility for the things that they do, and it's like always someone else's fault. That's probably why we got the blame card here. But maybe this is a person who's wanting to offer you something, and I'm just seeing here that you're saying no, you don't have time for it anymore. You're closing out the cycle. I feel like you made your choices. You made decisions to assist you in your life to become your best self. And so you're pregnant with opportunity, chosen. And there are choices that you're going to be making, which is going to cause you to level up your life even more. So you're taking full responsibility of your life at this time. And what it's saying here is that you're a badass being, full of life, love, and possibilities, and you're capable of doing absolutely anything. If you're wanting to manifest your life on how you want it to be, this is what you're going to do, guys. You're going to manifest that. So let's get some more messages. Ancestors, angels, spirit guides, what other messages do you have for the chosen? All right, so we have Rebel. Rebel is in the reverse. Let's see why we received Rebel in reverse. This is number 14. That's number 5, and that represents change. So let's see. So it says opposition. So it says pushover, retaliation, punished, or standing up for yourself. Kissing ass. So I feel like at this point, there are people who are wanting revenge at this time. These are people who were bullies in your life, or people who want to bully you. I'm seeing here like maybe at one point you were a pushover, and there could be people wanting to retaliate because of this. But let's look into it and see what's going on with this energy. Ancestors, angels, spirit guides, why do we have Rebel in the reversal? Why do we have Rebel in the reversal? Why is Rebel here? That's a lot of cards, Spirit, but I'll take them. So Rebel is in reverse because it's absolutely like, even if people wanted to like try you, you know, maybe cause some issues for you. I'm seeing here that you're not really giving in. Spirit, why do we have rebel here? So I see that you're, you know, pursuing your destiny, chosen. And there could be people really hurt about it. Maybe there are people who have done the total opposite of what you've done. And maybe you are like teaching people, you're giving them the fort on how it's really supposed to be done. And it's difficult for them to learn lessons from you, chosen, because since, you know, who would have thought, you know what I'm saying, you would have been the one to actually take charge of your life, you know, and close out cycles to people that weren't really effing with you like that. I'm seeing here that you actually found balance in your life, chosen, and you're a leading by example. So when it comes to the rebel card in reverse, give me some answers on the rebel card in reverse, ancestors, angel, spirit guides. I'm also seeing here like people looking at what you've done, the effort you put into your life. So we got the King of Cups. Clarify this, ancestors, angel, spirit guides. So there are people who are currently maybe judging you. They're judging you in a way to where it's secretly making them want to be free in their lives. I'm seeing here like people could be stressing out. You know, it's like maybe you're um like they're trying to figure out like how you're doing it, how you've gotten where you are. Like I see that you are emotionally balanced in some ways, and this could be a little stressful for some people. You know, they're like not understanding the energy that you are embodying at this time. So with the judgment card, this is them pretty much wanting to evolve as well. There are people who are wanting to gain more excitement and peace in their life. They're wanting to get through obstacles. They're wanting to have true success. You know, these are people who possibly have retaliated against you. These are people who are wanting to change and become their best self. You know, they're finding out like what true friendship is when it comes to like a structure, when it comes to like family dynamics and, you know, things of that nature. I feel like there are people who are hurting because of the things that they possibly done in their past, and they're realizing like maybe what they've done. There could be they could be alone at this time, you know, just trying to figure out some things in their life. Maybe this is a person who's gone hermit and is currently trying to gain strength to continue to work on themselves. I feel like this is a person who's going back to their past issues, past traumas, you know, and they're sitting in their situation because, you know, what they truly always wanted was happiness and peace, but their connections give them like a sense of stress. It gives them a sense of struggle. And, you know, they just truly, there are people that just truly want to be happy. They want to rush their happiness. They want to heal like real fast. And it doesn't work like that. You know, you got to really, really take your time in this spiritual path, you know, so that you can start embodying that energy of peace, you know. So it's not something that is overnight that happens. It's just a journey that, you know, you got to stay consistent in. It takes time to become your best self, you know. Even the chosen aren't growing or developing at this time. We're just continuing to work on ourselves and becoming our best selves at this time. So let's clarify. Let's get some more messages, ancestors, angel, spirit guides. All right, so we have the goddess, and then we have the alpha. So chosen, I'm seeing here at this time, you are taking full control of your life. See, this is a person who knows who they are. You know who you are and whose you are. And so with the goddess, this is a person who's embodying the energy of a goddess, like a true divine goddess, someone who stands in her power. You know, you're not afraid to speak your truth. Um you're not afraid to speak your truth. You're not afraid to be your authentic self. You know, this is you who, you know, like when people pass you, they see and feel that there is something different about you. and you're strong, you know, strong spiritually. This is someone who's strong minded, you know, with alpha. You know, some people think like, oh, a woman is not supposed to be alpha. But when you are a single woman, it's very important to embody the energy of an alpha woman, because this is how you do not fall short to people trying to take advantage of you. This is you standing your ground and being able to walk away from things that disappoint you. This is you feeling your emotions and not ignoring what you feel. You know, and no one can get mad at a person who stands up for themselves. No one can say anything when you stand up for yourself, because if you titter totter with people, people would feel as if they can do anything to you. And so what I'm seeing here is like you standing in your power. You know, Queen of Wands definitely represents alpha energy. This is a person who's taking charge of their life. They're taking advantage of life. You know, they have opportunity here in life, and this is where you're at. So there are tower moments that have happened. I feel like you give people a rush when you walk past. It's kind of like people have to check themselves to make sure that they have it all together, you know, because maybe you make people feel uncomfortable, chosen. And it's not that you're doing it intentionally. You're not the one who wants to have everyone thinking like who she is or who he is, who he think he is, who she think he is. Like, you're not trying to be in that energy. Where you're at is just trying to protect your energy. That's what it is, you know, because it's crazy out here in this world. It's really crazy out here in this world. So this is why it's very important to practice your psychic gifts, your psychic abilities. You know, it's important. I had a person yesterday who asked me a question about if their friend was really their friend. And I told this person, if you even have to ask that question, if this person is your friend, then there is something about the relationship that is off, and you need to listen to your gut feeling. So with the high priest here, this is someone who's in the know. They know who they are. You know, this is a person who is very wise. You know, this is a person who, you know, listens to her gut feelings and her intuition. You know, she's able to speak to her ancestors and the Most High God. She has a deep connection with the Most High God. With that said, with the high priest here, the high priest is, you know, giving you opportunity to feel what is not right. You know, this is where this is where your spiritual team wants you to be. You know, so when the girl was saying, oh, you know, well, she acts like this and acts like that, everything that she said sound familiar to me. And so I knew exactly what she was going through, you know. But with that said, you know, we pulled cards and we pretty much got that, you know, this person really feels uncomfortable around this person. With that said, like, if you don't like how you feel around a person, cut them off. Cut them off. You know, it's as simple as that. Okay. Oh my God, why was that so hard to say? It's as simple as that. Why is that so hard to say? It's as simple as that. Anyway, with that said, when you have boundaries in your life, you can become really happy because you're not in a confused type of energy where you're not knowing who is around you. Like, your life is more balanced when you're able to cut people off. I never felt so good. I'm not even gonna lie to you. People was getting on my nerve. And I felt like I did overextend a lot, even though people would say the very opposite. And anyone who says the very opposite of what you know you've done, you know you've given, you know you gave care to people, you know you were always there for people, you know the type of person you were, you know, even though people would say, well, you do what you can. That's true, but you know who you are when you step into someone's life and you become their friend chosen. Like, you're a real friend, and you know that, and as long as you know that, that's all that matters. So what I'm seeing here is like you're gaining your peace because you know you did the right thing. No one can say that you didn't. You know, so with the Nine of Wands, is this is you protecting your energy and you being resilient and continue to move forward in your life. Even when people want to be mad and, you know, cause issues for you, I feel like you've ended this energy here. I feel like this energy here, this is like uncomfortableness when it's around certain people. Like maybe you feel uncomfortable around people, or maybe you have felt uncomfortable around your friends or your family. Maybe people were giving you energy that you weren't appreciating, because you know that you came with love. And I feel like a lot of people, they got used to that. And so it's like when you take people for granted, it causes a energy where you feel like you're not doing enough, so you try to do more to get people to love you. But again, chosen, no one will love you more than you love yourself, which is why it's very important for you to start putting effort into yourself, loving yourself more. Stop giving out love and put that love in yourself, especially when people don't deserve it. So I feel like you're ending all toxicity, relationships, anything that is causing your foundation, any type of leakages, you know, where you never know where you stand one day. You know, y'all cool one day, the next minute they're mad, the next minute they're acting weird. You know, you just don't know where you stand, chosen. So where you're at now is cutting off the energy that is, you know, that unsurety energy, which is toxic. You know, this is all soul ties that you've broken free from. I feel like you thinking real practical on your life and what you want in your life when it comes to your fulfillment in life, when it comes to your abundance. I'm feeling like you're balancing your life out a lot better, chosen. And there are just people that haven't walked away from you. But you know, these are people who, you know, still want to be in your life, but that's neither here nor there. I feel like they could be in a very stressful situation, rushing through. Maybe this is you kind of trying to figure out, or maybe this is maybe you are connected to people who are currently stressing at this time. Let's give some advice for these people. So let's see. We got the King of Swords with the Nine of Swords, and that. So this is a person who's wanting to hurry up and heal, but they have issues with ego. This is a person who's wanting to be right. This is a person who's stressing about a child or something like that. What's going on with this person? Ancestors, angels, spirit guides of the highest white light. This is a person who's a hard worker. You know, this is a person who's very they're like, it's like 1 minute, you know, maybe they're ending a cycle where they're not going to clarify the world card. Maybe this is the person you ended a cycle with, chosen. Okay, so we got the Five of Wands energy. Why is this here? Angels, ancestors, spirit guides. This could be a person that's going through a lot of issues at this time. You know, this is a person who could be arguing with people. Maybe there are cycles ending when it comes to, like, clarify the Nine of Pentacles, ancestors, angel, spirit guides. Maybe someone's having difficulty when it comes to their money. Maybe they're closing out a cycle when it comes to money. I feel like, yeah, they're closing out a cycle for money. I don't know what that's about. But whatever it is, it don't have nothing to do with you, chosen. Let's just give this person some good advice. What do they need to know? Ancestors, angels, spirit guides, give me a message for this person who's currently stressing. What do this person need to know? Spirit is wanting you to surrender. It says, I can release my need to control. So maybe there's a situation where you're wanting to control things, and you know, God is just like, you cannot control everything or everyone. So right now, like, I feel like you may have a headache at this time. Spirit is asking you to do acts of service. So maybe you need to give, and not give in a way to where it's like, hey guys, I'm giving. Like, give in private. Like, be secretive about your giving. Only keep that between you and God. If you're really wanting to give, if you really wanting to be a giver, stop recording it on, you know, and putting on Facebook. Like, be a giver, like for real. Like, you know, if you're wanting to like become a better person, it's all about servicing people. You know, I know like I was listening to Amara, and she was talking about how she gives to an organization just to give gratitude for her life, you know. So just being a giver in life to release control or release a feeling of being greedy or something like that. Spirit is just like, become more involved in a community in private. Like, don't even tell people about it. You know, be the giver, not the taker, you know, or the receiver or whatever. You know how they say that. So yeah, that's what Spirit is asking. So there are people who are currently accepting accountability for their actions. I feel like a lot of people are at this point in their life where they're realizing that they can't blame anybody but themselves. And this is exactly where the Most High God wants people to be. Not in fear, though. Like, so if you feel fear at this time, release fear. Because what people do, like, they take life so seriously. And I know your circumstances at this time could be a little difficult. But remember, this is like a movie. Like, you have to be able to create your life the way you want. Don't allow life to run you. You run life. You know, and again, like, it's all about balance with that, because that also takes that's also about control in some way. But if you're having fear, you're going to have to learn how to face your fears. You're going to have to learn that everything is not always so serious. This is just a period in time that you may be going through. There are seasons, there are reasons for different seasons in your life. And sometimes this could be a year or maybe a month of struggle. It could be a month of, you know, sadness. It can be a month of depression. You know, take that month that you're going through, if it is depression, whatever it is, and sit in your sadness. Get you a journal, write out your sadness, write out what you're regretting, write out what, you know, write out what is going on with you. Because when you're able to journal, you feel better. You feel better after. I promise you, you will, because I do it and it's always helped me. So I feel like there are some people going through denial at this time. So it says, I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness. So with denial, you need to have awareness. You need to be aware of what you're being in denial about. You know, whatever it is, you know, you can change it. God is giving you answers at this time. So maybe there are people who are having difficulty with their financial situation. Let's look into the finances and see what ancestors are wanting you to know about this at this time. Ancestors, angel, spirit guides, please give the collective messages in regards to their finances. What do we need to know? So definitely with the Nine of Pentacles, what I'm seeing here is like there is a situation where someone may be going through a financial transformation. So what's going on, ancestors, angel, spirit guides? So we got the Lovers card. There are some choices that someone's going to be making when it comes to their financial situation. This is someone who's feeling stuck at this time when it comes to their finances. What's going on, ancestors, angel, spirit guides, when it comes to the finances? So what I'm seeing here is that when it comes to your finances, I do see you're definitely taking charge. You're determined to get what you want in your life, and you're working really hard at this. I feel like you could be walking away from an opportunity that would have brought you a lot of burden. I'm seeing here with the Three of Pentacles. What is this, ancestors, angel, spirit guide? So I'm seeing here that even though it hurt you to walk away, I feel like this is the best decision for you at this time, because it's leading you into a great deal of happiness. So you had to take a risk on something that would have caused you some burden in your life. And I know, like, at this time, it's causing you to feel grief when it comes to your financial situation. But, you know, continue to like, go, like, continue to continue, okay? Continue, because things are going to be healing for you in the future. I feel like someone may be having a headache or something. Maybe your third eye is opening at this time. You know, you could be going through a kundalini awakening or something like that for the chosen, or anyone who's trying to step into being the, you know, the chosen. You know, so when it comes to your finances, there are some things that have happened in the past. Maybe some offers that you had taken that was going to cause you a lot of victory, success and achievements. What is this, ancestors, angels, spirit guides? It was going to cause you to betray yourself. I'm seeing here that it may have looked good, but honestly, it was not a good situation for you. So, ancestors, angels, spirit guides, what is the best advice for this person who could be going through this? So, you know, calm down. There are other opportunities and victory. You will get justice for making the right choice. So, fairness, you know, will be happening. There will be other opportunities for you. It may not go as fast as you may want it to go, but things will go. Eventually they will go how you want it to go. Spirit is saying you're a badass being full of life, love, and possibilities, and you represent the Empress or the Emperor, and you're able to navigate life easily. You know, there are things that are, you know, it's going to cause you, like, your life is getting to a place where you're going to be financially independent, chosen. You know, so there are things going well with your financial situation. You may have experienced a downfall with your finances, but I'm seeing here that things are getting a lot better for you. There are answers coming. Maybe you've been waiting on a check. Maybe something's going on, but you know, it's happening. I feel like somebody might got a headache, like right here. Maybe you got a sore on your head or something. What is this about, ancestors, angel, spirit guides? Maybe you've been thinking a lot about family, you know, secretly, you know, you've been wanting to have fairness when it comes to your family and things of that nature. Spirit, what's the best advice for this person at this time? So Spirit is saying love yourself. Make a choice to love yourself and love the people that love you. So with the Ten of Pentacles, definitely strengthen your foundation. Make sure there's no leaks in your leaks or cracks in your relationships. So if you feel like people aren't really being true to you, then maybe you need to cut people off. You know, so are you in denial about your friendships? Are you in denial about your relationships? It's saying, I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness. So if you become aware of your circle, do you think that your circle is serving you? You know, these are questions that you have to ask yourself. Who are you collaborating with? Who are these people? Are they good for you? Are they not? You know what to do. So we have the animals card, and animals, you know, they represent Odoms. I'm seeing here, like, maybe you have a dog. Maybe you have a cat. Maybe you have a bird. You could be guided by animals, you know, just, you know, a lot of people, we go through life just thinking that life is just simple. We think like, oh, life is basic. No, there is a reason for everything. So if you see a black cat crossing the street, no, it's not negative, it's not scary, it's not something that you should fear. Black cats actually represent good luck, happiness, and peace, you know. So if you see a black cat, be happy. You know, black cats represent wisdom. They taught us wrong. So black cats also represent Mayat, I believe. Definitely Mayat. This is no, not Mayat, but this is that's sad. Segment. Yeah. So, yeah, you know, Sekhmet, she represents power. She represents you taking back your power. You know, so maybe if you see a black cat and it's crossing the street and you're in a situation where you're feeling really weak or you're feeling sad or something, the black cat is just here to tell you, hey, you need to take back your power. You know, so it's just, you know, birds and certain animals are items, and they give you reminders of where you should be in your life. So if you see birds that are like flying and, you know, they're just like, it's a specific bird and it flies, like, I look at it as them guiding me and telling me that I'm on the right path, I'm in the right direction. So don't take life for granted. Like, when you see animals, be grateful for them, show gratitude for the animals, show great gratefulness, because it all comes from the divine. You know, we take it for granted. You know, everyone's scared of everything because, you know, we've been taught to be very superstitious of things and tarot cards and whatever it is. Like, you know, even someone in my life said, why am I scared of those cards? And I'm like, well, I'm literally speaking about life, love. Like, even the title of my page says, is about your spiritual journey and how to enlighten yourself. It's telling you to empower yourself. It's called the Divine Tarot Messages for Chosen Ones, Awakening Your Soul's Truth. Like, what's evil about that? You know, sometimes we waste so much time on words, so much time on like typing up things that don't even make sense, when you can just really tap within and use your own wisdom to gain the knowledge that you want. So I do feel like there could be someone under judgment at this time for making choices that they should not have made. I'm currently seeing that maybe you are stressing and the Most High God is giving you guidance and letting you know, like, I'm right here, you know, I'm protecting you. So if you are under judgment, Spirit, what do you have to say for anyone who's under judgment at this time? Ancestors, angels, spirit guides. Spirit is telling you to work on yourself. Spirit is telling you to nurture yourself, work on yourself, become your best self. Spirit is telling you that you're not stuck, that you can get out of this situation if you really like put effort into getting out of this. Like, maybe, you know, maybe you feel like you're stuck. Maybe you're having issues with your relationships, your friendships. Spirit is saying to become your best self. You should never be lacking anything when you have everything you need to survive in life. So that means that if you are fiending for love, or you are holding on to someone else, if you're searching for love outside of yourself, you're lacking within. Spirit is wanting you to be fulfilled within. Do not lose who you are. If you feel like your heart is broken, Spirit is telling you to, you know, fill your own cup, you know. Don't be sad about who's walked away. It's time for you to fill your own cup. There are always lessons and reasons why people have made certain choices with their life. And what I now realize is that it actually is my life. Like, it actually is your life, and whatever you're accepting in your life is because you want to. You know what I'm saying? We cannot blame anybody else for mistreating us. You know, if we allow it, then we just allow it, because you're continuously doing for that person, or you're continuing to let that person in your life. And Spirit is like, you don't have to do that. That's your fault. So, you know, you have the opportunity to walk away from people if they don't serve you. That is your choice, you know. And people can get mad all day, but at the end of the day, this is your life. No one can do nothing about that. You know, and I realized that. You know, I've cut a lot of people off, and it hurt me. But at the end of the day, I have to choose myself first. Like, I'm not playing with nobody no more. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's where a lot of the chosen are. We're tired of being mistreated. We're tired of, you know, being taken for granted. And, you know, it's just, you know, you got to take charge of your life. When you let other people drive your will in life, people will be driving it, taking advantage, going other ways, using up all your mileage, child. You didn't tell them to turn left. They continuing to turn left. And it's like, yo, I said go right. So now you got to get in the the driver's side, and you got to start driving your own wheel. So with that said, Spirit is like, now it's time for you to work on yourself. I see that there's some projects that you could be doing at this time. These projects that you're doing, they're going to be very creative. I see that you've been, taking time out, really trying to invest in yourself. You're developing a project possibly, or Spirit is telling you to do this. So we got the Eight of Cups with the World card. Clarify this, ancestors, angels, spirit guides. I'm seeing here that you balanced out your life. Like, there's a lot of work that you've done on yourself. You chiseled yourself down to becoming more balanced. You've become adaptable to life a lot more. Like, it's going well for you. With the Queen of Pentacles and the Lovers card and the Star card, it's showing me that you've actually done a lot of healing, chosen. You got your crown on. You've been crowned. And you're reaping abundance and happiness and peace. I feel like there are new opportunities here for you in life where, things are going to be going very well for you. I do see a lot of happiness here. And I see you making clear decisions on what you're wanting. You have opportunity, excitement and fulfillment, wishes being fulfilled. I'm also seeing here that, with the Nine of Cups energy here, it's showing that you have a lot of gratitude and patience. You've had a lot of gratitude and patience in your life. You learned a lot of lessons, and I feel like now you could be a teacher too. God is giving you the key to life. I feel like with the King of Swords and the Hangman, there could be someone who's gaining a deeper perspective on life and what life is truly about. Because you could be like the smartest person in the world, but you could be the smartest person and the richest person in the world, but you could be lacking people skills. You could be lacking love for others and love for yourself. You could be lacking spirituality, where you're so religious that you're not, you only think inside the box when God is so much bigger. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like there's someone, this could be like this could be a person who's thinking clearly. Like, they're very logical, but the way they're thinking is like, well, maybe I am doing it wrong. Maybe it is another way. This is a person who's thinking like this, and they are like gaining a new perspective on life. This is a person who possibly been laying down, like, just chilling in the bed. Maybe this person's been alone or something like that. Secretly, this person has been worrying a little bit, but just kind of like thinking like, is it that deep? Like, am I doing too much? Because sometimes we can go, we can get ahead of ourselves at times, and we forget that our soul is always trying to lead us. But our soul cannot lead us if our ego is leading us. Anytime you feel like your ego is leading you, slow down and process what you're doing, because sometimes your ego can get ahead and it can make horrible decisions. This is why it's always important to move off of love. So with the Moon card here, I feel like this is a person who's currently been thinking a lot. They've been dreaming a lot. Maybe God has been speaking to them, and God can speak to you in many ways. I feel like a person has been secretly thinking about money, thinking about their lifestyle, thinking about working on themselves, self-development. What else? Ancestors, angels, spirit guides. What else? This person could be going through a lot of pain at this time. This is a badass being full of life, love, and possibilities. You're never too old to be better. This is a person who's actually someone who can become better. I feel like, they've been misguided by other people, And, you know, now they're having to see truth within themselves. They have to make choices, you know. So what I'm seeing here is like, you know, this is a person who's wanting their foundation to be better. You got to free yourself from feeling defeated. You know, Spirit is like, surrender this attitude that you have and surrender the past, because you're too caught up on the past. Spirit is like, you know, Spirit is wanting to continue your cycle. Don't be afraid. Like, you got a lot of happiness that's trying to come for you, but if you're controlling your own will when God is trying to control your will, because it is balanced to that too, then you're going to be off of alignment. You know, you're going to be going the wrong way. Spirit is telling you that you're in the right, you're going the right way, but you got to release this anger. Like, you got anger, your communication skills may be horrible at this time. You're lacking communication skills. I'm seeing here that you may be underhanding. Like, it's like, I don't care. Like, maybe you're getting a I don't care type of feeling. Maybe you need to you know, stop doing that. You know, like, that's ego. You got to learn to separate your ego from your higher self. Do you feel that your higher self is leading you? How do you want to become your best self? You know, it's time for you to work on yourself. So if someone's wanting to gain their inheritance, they could be hurting. This is a guy. This could be a person who's hurting when it comes to their family, or like their foundation. Maybe they're lacking or having some sort of insecurities at this time. What's the best advice for this person, ancestors, angels, spirit guides? This person could actually, so what's going on with this person is you're having issues with your emotions. So you're trying to hold it together even when you're hurting. Like, I feel like you just need to like cry it out. Maybe you're in pain, but you're not giving yourself affection. So the Most High is like, maybe you need to soften up a little bit in your emotions. This does not make you weak. It makes you heal, you know. So clarify the King of Cups energy, ancestors, angels, spirit guides. Clarify the King of Cups. Clarify the King of Cups, ancestors, angels, spirit guides. King of Cups, definitely you possibly been alone, or you're needing to be alone. Maybe you need to separate yourself from people so that you can start being able to think more. With the Moon card, don't be in an energy of fear. You know, because I see like when you're alone, like you want to be sad, you want to be angry, you like your energy, your mood changes. Like, who are you mad at? You know, you can only be mad at yourself, because again, this is your life. So are you mad at yourself for choices that you've made? Why do we have the Five of Swords here, ancestors, angels, spirit guides? Because you have an ego. You hate for someone to make you feel a way. It's a bit toxic, you know what I'm saying? So you hate for people to make you feel a way. What's the best advice for that person, ancestors, angels, spirit guides? What's the best advice for this person? The best advice is for you to be okay with taking the L. Like, you're so caught on how you want things to look on the outer appearance. The Most High is like, take the L. You know, be okay with taking the L. Take the L. Because even the people you have around you, you're not liking. You don't like the people around you too much. Or you're unsure. Like, you don't really trust the people around you. Spirit, do this person trust the people around them? Oh. You have a tight grip on people around you. And these are people. Why do we have the Eight of Cups here? Why do we have the Eight of Cups here? These are people you're wanting to walk away from. I feel like you like, I'll give it all up for like a person or something like that, but that's not how you do things. You have to make sure you do it for yourself. Everyone's so focused on everybody else. That's not how you heal. You cannot heal doing it for someone else, or you will always regret your life doing that, because no one's going to be who you want them to be. You just going to have balance to maintain your circle in a way to where if you ain't effing with it, you just ain't effing with it. If you don't like them, you just don't like them. You're going to cut them off, or you're going to keep them on. Those are your choices. But you're not going to be able to control, like, I'll give it all up for you. You know, you hear people say that, like, I'll stop. Like, I'll give it all up for you. I'll walk away from it. But what about you? Like, are you going to be happy in the end? You know, is that fair to you? Have you learned the lessons? So we got the Justice card, the Hierophant, and the Two of Wands. So there is fairness and lessons. So throughout it all, like, God is always giving you lessons in every situation that you have. These lessons that you have will give you the karma that you deserve. It will give you the day that you deserve. So it will give you fairness, or it will give you a feeling where you don't think it's fair. But the thing is, you're mad at God because you didn't do good on your lessons. This is just like you going to school and you getting a grade. Like, even though you may feel like the grade ain't fair, you took the test. Did you study? If you studied, you will feel as if the grade was fair. You would feel as if life was fair for you at that time or at that moment because you passed. However, there are a lot of people who took the test and they don't feel that is fair. But it was your test. It was your life. So even if you don't feel it's fair, it's your life. You know what I'm saying? So you cannot be mad at God. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to you saying, I'll give it all up for you, you know, I'll walk away from this and then da-da-da. Again, is that the lesson that God is teaching you? Is it a lesson? Is that like being in survival mode to make sure you can have something that may not be for you? Is it guided by the Most High God? Like, make sure that your decisions are always in alignment with what God wants you to have. Because if it's not, you're not going to be happy. You know what I'm saying? So there are a lot of people who have difficulty in accepting what is. Like, yeah, it didn't make you happy, and it didn't make you happy for reasons. And one reason was it was not in alignment with what you were supposed to have. So God is teaching you lessons, and there are opportunities, there are options, there are choices in this life. So whatever you want to do, God is giving you free will. It's always free will. So what I'm seeing here is, like, you know, the teacher's like, what do you want to do? Like, you're learning this lesson. You're in school. Like, regardless, like, if you believe it or not, your friendships are lessons. Your relationships are lessons. Your children are lessons. Your job is a lesson. Everything is lessons, you know? And it's just up to you to figure out if it's fair for you or not. Because, again, we create our own karma. So karma, that's why karma is not good or bad. You may feel it's bad because it's like, dang, it's not fair, or I don't like this kind of karma, but it's what you dish to yourself. So that's what, you know, you get the day you deserve because you're doing it. You're doing the work, you know? So I feel like there's someone who's upset about a union. This is someone who, what spirit? Too many cards. Someone's upset at this time They could be watching someone. I feel like this is a person who also did a lot of things that were risky. See, the thing is, what chosen people are not dealing with is people like this. Like you're very it's just a energy of someone who's very secretive, someone who's very deceitful, someone who's very who always has to win at all costs. Like you, like a bully in some way. Like you maybe try to intimidate people in some way. And this is how you move. So secretly, like you're satisfied in this energy. And it's like some people switch it up sometimes. So it can come off as if you're loving, as if your emotions are like, oh, I love you. But really you don't love that person. You don't love that person. You're just you don't care. You don't care. Like there are people you just don't care for. People you just don't care for. And also, even though the dog represents loyalty in this picture, it's showing me that, you don't even care. Like the dog is here being loyal to you, but with the cards lined up to it, it's kind of like, you're not even caring about the dog that's actually loyal to you. So spirit is like, look at yourself. Look at what you're doing. Look at the energy you're putting out. Like, why are you putting that energy out? Because it's, it's causing pain. So I feel like you're broken because maybe the lessons that you're working on are currently not what you're desiring. So it's like with the heartbreak and the Nine of Pentacles, this is a person who's trying to, like, you're very focused on money. Like your relationships consist of money, or what you have, or what they have, or something like that. Make sure that your relationships, like, make sure if you really love somebody that you treat that person good. I feel like there's some people that just can't help how they are. And even though they try to balance it out, that's something you're going to have to heal on, because it doesn't matter if you hide the energy. People can still feel it, especially in the age of Aquarius. People can feel when you don't really care for them like that. People can feel when they're on the fence with you and they have to say things, like they're nervous to say certain things because everything they say is going to be criticized, like they're in a court of law. These are types of people the chosen don't want to be around no more. No one wants to be judged for every single thing that they say. Like it's kind of like, dang, did I say this right? Did I say that right? Are they gonna judge me because maybe I said this wrong? You go home questioning yourself. Well, honestly, you really been genuine. You've really been fair. You really been kind. You really been loving. And it's like the wrong people have you questioning yourself when you've always been authentic. You've always brought light to the party. You were the sun that came to the party. You inspire people deep down inside, and that's what people hate to tell you. Secretly, these people, they deceive you because they have a lot of secrets. They've done a lot of things behind your back, and you were just like in la la land the whole time. While people were like speaking negatively about you and throwing shade and all that crazy stuff. It's kind of like people were actually satisfied in a toxicity where you were actually really genuine. And honestly, I feel like God is pulling people out of people's lives like that. You don't deserve to be in people's lives who secretly have an agenda to make you feel as if you are always the problem, when you've actually done nothing but help people. And so it's like people turn your good into evil. So I remember a time, it's been many a times where my good was always turned into evil, and it made me hurt. Like, no one sees the after effects of how you may feel when you're alone and you actually thought you were helping somebody. You actually thought that you were giving love and peace. You know, you know, they're, no one actually, you know, they don't see, because their whole thing is to automatically, like, they're coming up as someone deceitful. You know, that's not cool. You were always left out in the cold, chosen. Even though you did not feel left out in the cold because you tried to balance your emotions with this. But it's like, how could you thrive in energy like this for so long? How was that possible for you? You know, a lot of people do it every day. This is why it's so important to make sure that you do a temperature check when it comes to your friendships. Hey, how you doing, Mahogany? What's up, Pankey? Hello, I should be sleeping. Me too. But guys, y'all look at your Facebook memories. Like, I love seeing my Facebook memories at this time. Hi. So yeah, so I'm seeing here that you've made good choices, chosen. You know. Let's get some final messages. Yeah, there are people who are going through a difficult time right now. There could be a lot of pain that some people are having because they're having to learn lessons. There are lessons. People are under judgment and are needing to face their issues. You know, I feel like God has taken chosen people out of karmics' lives who did not treat them well, you know? And now they're left to really see, like, dang, I didn't treat that person well. And if they say anything different, it's just because they're not taking accountability. But again, chosen, you know, you have the option to stay in that person's life for that long as you did, you know? And so that's your fault too. So remember, it's all about taking accountability. It's something that a lot of people do not know how to do. When you learn how to take accountability for your actions, the Most High will be able to bless you and move you on to other lessons. But until you take accountability, you'll always be stuck. I remember, you know, I tried to be that person that did not take accountability, but it just didn't feel right for me. You know, it's a very uncomfortable feeling because later on you start thinking like, dang, like, I was wrong. Like, if you have like a sense of a heart or something like that, some people, they don't. Some people don't care. Some people don't think they're wrong. But there are people out here in the world who actually sit back and they're like, dang, man, I did too much. I shouldn't have did that, you know? And so I do remember where I tried to play the role of a villain where I was selfish, you know, and it wasn't good. I didn't like me. I didn't like me acting like that. I didn't like me acting like that. Facebook memories got better over time because I noticed one point my memories resonated with my current Nat in the past and was negative a lot because of the way my life was going. You know, that's interesting you say that, Mahogany, because I feel the same way. And I feel like sometimes when I look at my Facebook memories, it shows me, definitely shows me where I was in one time in my life. Yeah, you can ask a question. I don't mind. Ancestors, angels, spirit guides, what is the last message for this here? I'm going to do an oracle deck and this. So we have, I declare, decree, and establish that all unhealthy addictions, codependencies, and pleasure-seeking behavior patterns are destroyed out of my energy and spirit and in flesh. So guys, take this here and you could write it on ancestor money or regular paper and burn it, okay? And then I'm going to give one last message for the chosen or anyone who is in a live that needs a message. Maybe you do feel you're chosen. Maybe you want to be chosen. Whatever it is, like, this is the channel for growth. Guys, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thank you for the likes. Angels, ancestors, spirit guides, what message do you have for the chosen? And Mahogany, you can put down your question. Angels, ancestors, spirit guides of the highest white light. What message, what last message do you have for the chosen? What do we need to know at this time? Thank you. Archangel Raphael. We got seasons. Anything else? Give me some good ancestors. All right. All right. So you're on a quest at this time, guys. Everybody is on a quest. We're on a quest, and it's to get to our best self. So what spirit is asking that you do is to chisel yourself down, like chisel out the ego, the aggression, the anger, the deceit, whatever you have going on when it comes to who you are as a person, who you don't want to be, what you don't like about yourself. Chisel the parts of you that you don't like down to get to your best self, okay? Spirit is telling you that you have the fire of God within you. Wake up the fire of God so that you can be connected to the Most High. Seriously connected to the Most High God. I mean, like, literally, okay? It's the best feeling in the world. I do feel like a lot of some people are in karmic trench, and this is where you're going through karmic cycles. You're going through difficult situations at this time because you are still dealing with karmics, you know, and you've not released people in your circle. You still got the same people in your circle that you may need to cut off. So if there's anyone in your life that you feel is holding you back, the Most High God is saying to dig deeper and to figure out the pain that you could be having when it comes to certain people in your life that you really ain't caring for like that you feel that are not rocking with you. This is what causes you to be in karmic circles over and over again, you know, karmic cycles over and over again. Spirit is telling you that you need to take charge of your life. So then we have Archangel Raphael. And Archangel Raphael is the angel. Dang, why do I always forget? Because I always get him mixed up with Gabriel. Archangel Raphael. So he is the angel of healing, okay? So he brings he plays a role to bring physical, emotional, and spiritual healing to individuals who are needing to recover from illnesses, injuries, and traumas. He's often called upon for assistance in matters related to the health and well-being. So if you're having issues with your health, you have Archangel Gabriel who is here to assist you on your path. And I feel like there are people who are currently going through cycles, but you know, whatever difficulty you may be experiencing right now is only for a season. So do the work to get through that, and also cut off cycles that you feel you've been continuing on for a long time. Like your ancestors are like, it's time for you to cut off certain people in certain cycles that don't serve you. You know, it's very important. All right, so then let's listen. Let me see what I have here. It's not a love related question. I was wrong by this person, Jay, the past, and I honestly just wanted to know, will some type of justice come out of the situation for me? Oh, what's up, Niecy Simmons? I'm grateful I found you too, my love. Thank you for watching. And that person had me hot. Okay. Girl, I know that feeling. That's a painful feeling. But let's see. Them the questions we be wanting to know, child. It's just what it is. Ancestors, angels, spirit guides, can you please tell me if Mahogany will get the justice that she deserves when it comes to this person named Jay that was messing with her? Will she get the justice she deserves? You know, that's a difficult question to answer when you say like justice that you deserve, because again, karma is not right or wrong. But anyway, when it comes to Jay, was she? Let me ask it in a different way, because okay, Spirit, will justice? I mean, would Jay have any issues because of how he did Mahogany? Would Jay have any issues because of how he did Mahogany? This is so Spirit is like, you got the power to manipulate this situation in your way. So if you're wanting him to if you're wanting that to happen, you're gonna have to figure out how. I'm seeing here for the most part, like he could be sad or will be sad because, or either whatever happened, like maybe you guys were in a connection, things were working out for you guys, and now like he's in grief, like he's grieving at this time. I don't take matters into my own hands because I know that can backfire. Ashe. They is he grieving at this time, or who are you grieving? Like someone's grieving right now. Will she get fairness in this situation, Spirit? Um, will she get fairness? I do feel like stay away from him because he's very combative. Will you get fairness in it? I do see that you'll gain your healing. When it comes to him, Spirit, what's gonna happen to him? What's gonna happen to Jay? Definitely, you're gonna get justice in this situation. There will be healing, there will be justice, and I do feel like you will close out the cycle in fulfillment. You will feel fulfilled after this cycle is completely closed out. I'm seeing here that this person definitely could experience some heartache because of how he did you. So yeah, I do see that. Yeah, you're gonna get justice. Yeah. So how I do it is I'm like, I declare, decree, and establish that the highest form of righteous judgment is swiftly cast upon your head. Cause some guy tried to do me bold, and I told him that I was like, I declare, decree, and establish that the highest form of righteous judgment is swiftly cast upon your head in spirit and in flesh. I typed it out and I sent it as a text message. The next day, this guy could not start his car. The car wouldn't start. His car broke down. So, baby, it's always justice, it's always fairness if you are in the right. Yes, so it definitely will be justice for you, but he will grieve now. I can bet you that. Oh yeah, he will definitely be grieving. I seen the Three of Swords, so Three of Swords is someone who's in pain and agony, someone who's hurting. So yeah, it don't look good for Jay, if he don't get it together. If he's in the right, or if he's in the wrong, then it's not gonna work out for him. But guys, I'm gonna get off of here. I do appreciate y'all staying on with me. I'm so tired. Good night. I love y'all. Peace.